hope you are all well. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Muna. I'd love for you to join and subscribe to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be basically sharing some of my favorite girly chick flicks, like just films that you don't have to think much about, you just pop on and you just enjoy. Films that are just an easy breezy watch. So if you want to find out some of my favorite chick flicks, keep on watching. Without further ado, let's get into this video. I should probably say these are in no particular order. I've got a list on my phone, so if I'm looking down, that's why. I've actually got way too many recommendations. Literally too many. I think I'm gonna have to do a part 2 as well. I'm going to start off with a classic, Bridewalls. You can't go wrong with Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson. You just can't in a film. I literally love Anne Hathaway, like she's one of my favorite actresses, and I love anything, basically anything that she's in. Kate Hudson, I haven't really seen that many films that she's in. It's like she's kind of like, I don't know, she is well known, but I feel like I haven't really been fully like invested in her films. I actually recently also watched, shamefully recently watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I know it's quite bad that I literally watched it a couple of months ago, but I super enjoyed that one as well. That one's a great film, but let's get back, I'll get to that one anyway. I'm all over, see? I'm all over the place. So with Bridewalls, it's basically about two best friends, literally grew up together from when they were younger. They get engaged around the same time as well, so they're like, oh my gosh, perfect, you know, it's a dream. But that dream quickly turns into a nightmare. Oh my god, goals quickly turns into a nightmare. Basically their friendship is put to the test when they find out that their dream wedding venue only has one day available, and that day, basically their weddings are on the same day, and it's like, who are you gonna attend? What, they have the same mutual friend, you know, their families know each other, they're family friends of each other, so it's like, who do you go to? And also the biggest dilemma is the best friend can't go to the other best friend's wedding and see her actually be married because she's got her own wedding to go to. So it's a really funny, easy watch. Like, I was chuckling, cackling even at some points. Like, it was quite funny. The extremes that they go to is just like beyond this world, but yeah, I definitely recommend that one. So the next one is, as I mentioned, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I should probably say the year that it was released. This was released in 2003, and I watched this, actually the most recent film that I've watched was this. No, this was the most recent film that I had watched. It's got Matthew McConaughey, his voice, his accent, yeah. I'm not into country or anything like that, but his accent and the way, I think it's the way he carries himself, like his swag, like he's got an aura about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's old enough to be my dad, but you know what I mean? He's quite like, he's got a vibe about him. I can't explain it. And it's got Kate Hudson in it. I really liked her in this film. Like, she's beautiful, obviously. She was very like vibrant. There was this one yellow dress. If you've seen this film, you know what yellow dress I'm on about. It had a low back, and I was like, girl, she was giving it. But basically this is about Benjamin, who is challenged by his co-workers to make a woman fall in love with him. On the other hand, Andy has to write an article about how to lose a guy in 10 days. So their paths cross, and the woman is trying to lose the guy, and the guy is trying to make the woman fall in love with him. So it's like this constant clash and tension between the two, but I'm not gonna say anything else, but it's a romance, so obviously no spoilers intended. Oh my god, the comedy in this is just class. The comedy in this is something that I've never seen before. Like, I'm not being funny, this is probably the funniest chick flick that I have personally watched. To me anyway. I've just got to say this one scene. There was this one scene, okay? he's like obsessed with, what is it, basketball or something. And she basically was like, yeah, I got tickets to, she didn't say what. He assumed it was the basketball thing, the basketball game, right? And she told him, I've got tickets, 2 tickets in fact, you know. He was like, yeah, we're gonna go together. Like, he was buttering her up, like, you know, oh my god, you're the best, all of this. Tell me why she took him to see Celine Dion. My heart will go on. She took him to see that. And when I tell you, basically she planned it out, because the fucking concert and the game were literally like next to each other. So that they probably pulled up to the fucking, they pulled up, right, on the street, and he was like, yes, like, he was probably thinking like, yes, this is amazing, like, she's the best, you know, she's brought me to the game. She's like, honey, it's in here. Hats off to her, mate. Pure comedy, mate. If you haven't watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I definitely recommend watching it, and then let me know what you think. Some of the scenes, mind-boggling, like what she does, but I learned a few tips as well. I learned a few things, so it's educational, for educational purposes. Up next we have 27 Dresses. Oh my god, this is an amazing film, like amazing film. I keep saying that, I'm gonna say that for all of them, but this one is just a whole nother level. I remember watching this as a teenager and just being completely in love. Let me find out when it was released. 2008 actually. It's got Katherine Hegel? I hope that's how you say her name. But it's got her in it, and James Marsden as well. He just gives me like Prince vibes. Does anyone else get that? Like, you know that face that just gives you Disney Prince, like him and the other guy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to Google it. But you know what one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guy from Starstruck. What's his name? Starstruck, like Chris Pine. There we go, we finally got there. Chris Pine, him, and literally this guy like gives me Disney Prince vibes. 10 out of 10. So this basically is about a woman that serves as a bridesmaid literally for the whole of freaking United States. Like, I'm exaggerating, but 27 times. That's why it's called 27 Dresses, because she's had to be a bridesmaid for 27 times. Her younger sister announces her engagement to the man that she loves, and then she meets a journalist who has it like, who doesn't have the best intention. Yeah, and they just like clash, but they obviously, it's a romance, so it progresses. But it's a really cute one. The next one, Confessions of a Shopaholic. Oh my gosh, this is a true classic. I love this one so much. I think this actress, she's just amazing. Isla Fisher, she's literally just amazing. I love her in anything. She's got beautiful hair, and like, I'm here for her. This is about literally a woman who is addicted to shopping, and she accepts a job as a finance columnist. What the fuck? Accepts a job to be able to pay, obviously, for the shopping expenses and like the addiction, to feed that shopping addiction. But she finds herself falling in love with a wealthy entrepreneur. So she finds herself a man. It's a cute one. It's very like, I would say it's an easy watch. It was released in 2009. Next one, oh my gosh, this literally, I grew up on this film. In my teenage years, this was actually I had this on repeat. Like, it was so cute. It's called Just My Luck. It's got Lindsay Lohan in it. This is another actress for me that can't do no wrong. Obviously, not in real life. Exclude the real life, because we all know, but in movie terms, she's just one of my favorite actresses as well. So Just My Luck has got Lindsay Lohan and Chris Pine in it, and it's basically about a woman, Ashley, who meets Jake at a party and soon learns that her good luck has been switched with his bad fortune. This girl, Ashley, who has like the best luck, like 10 out of 10 life, you know, like she's just lucky in everything. She never had a bad day, basically. On the other hand, we've got this guy called Jake, who basically has the worst luck ever. Like, you feel sorry for him, and basically their paths cross at a party, and then when they do meet, basically the woman finds out, how many times can I say basically? The woman finds out that she doesn't have that good luck anymore. Like, she's got his bad fortune now, basically. They try to figure out what's going on, how to switch things back and all of this, and yeah, it's a cute one, and obviously there's a romance involved, you know, he tries to win her heart and stuff like that, so it's definitely a cute one. If you haven't seen it, I haven't seen that many people talking about this. I don't think it's not like a classic, but I definitely recommend. Oh my gosh, in Just My Luck, right, there's this one scene, oh my gosh, it's so funny because me and my brother always reference this one scene. This like pop star, he's someone like important, and he's like, he gets invited to something like a party, and he's like, you know, I can never say no to a party, to a party. So whenever like me and my brother hear that there's gonna be a party somewhere, or a wedding party, or whatever it is, or like a feast, a family feast or something, or whatever, we're like, you know, I can never say no to a party. We're so sneaky like that. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Up next we have Angerstongs and Perfect Snogging. This, if you grew up, right, if you're English, yeah, and you haven't seen this film, sis, what is you doing? Come on. This literally was me as a teenager, like watching this, like this, it was my teenage years. This gives me kind of like Tracy Beaker vibes. I don't know why it gives me Tracy Beaker vibes, because it's not really the same concept at all. I feel like maybe I was watching it around the time that I was watching Tracy Beaker, I'm not sure. This movie takes place in England, and it's about a girl called Georgia, and it's kind of about her diary kind of thing and what she gets up to. It also gives me like Bridget Jones, but younger version. She's very like Bridget Jones, like embarrasses herself in front of boys, you know, her crush and everything, and like bad shit basically. Not bad, like she's just not very lucky at times. So it is a laugh out loud kind of film, and it basically explores like the ups and downs of like teenagers, and how she overcomes these events that occur in her life. So it's definitely an interesting one. I haven't watched it since I was younger, but I'm sure it would still have the same effect now. It's so funny. Next we have Devil Wears Perada. Who hasn't watched this? Because then they're truly missing out. Devil Wears Perada has got Anne Hathaway in it. It's also got Meryl Streep. You can't go wrong with Meryl Streep. Come on. And Anne Hathaway. Come on. This is like the duo. Like this is right here the ultimate like chick flick goals. Like I'm not even. And Emily Blunt. Like I'm not being funny. This is chef's kiss, okay? This cast is chef's kiss. This was released in 2006. It's about Andy, who is a young graduate, and she aspires to become a journalist. She comes to New York to try and pursue that dream, and she becomes an assistant to one of the city's biggest magazine editors. I'm not being funny. This boss of hers makes her do the shittiest shit, okay? This boss is the meanest of the meanest. Like she's not very nice, she's very cold, she's very like closed off. I can't explain it. And Meryl Streep does a brilliant job of that. Like she portrays that cold like demeanor very, very well. I love this one. It's just amazing. You've got fashion in it, you can't go wrong. Next up we have, I don't know, I've got so many more. What time am I running on? The next one is gonna be one of my favorites, I think. Like it's definitely up there. 10 Things I Hate About You. This has got Julia Stiles, you know that one from Save the Last Dance. Heath Ledger as well. Oh my gosh, this film, it's so amazing. If you haven't watched it, I urge you to watch this. Just to keep it short, it's basically about a boy, like this kind of like, not bad boy, but like they're both in high school. A boy who wants to date this girl, but the girl can't date anyone until her older sister also dates. So their dad's quite strict in that aspect. So the younger sister has to basically wait until her older sister dates, but her older sister is literally like a homebody, and she doesn't socialize. She's very like standoffish, and like she doesn't really mingle with other people at all. So the boy from the beginning, all right, pays this guy called Patrick to basically charm and like date the older sister, so that then at least if the older sister's dating someone, the boy can go and date the younger sister. I hope that makes sense. Patrick is basically getting paid to date the older sister. Like, there's no feelings involved at the beginning. If I ever found out that ever have you guys ever thought about that? Because there's certain films where they have that sort of concept, and then I'm like, if that ever happened to me, do you think I would ever date again? Do you think I would ever leave my house again? Like with the After series, see you later mate, I'd move countries. You'd never see me again. Anyway, getting back to it. But yeah, one of my favorite scenes from this one is when Patrick, yeah, he goes on like to the what is it called? Like, we don't have that in England. I don't, the podium? Is it a podium? No, like like the stairs like that in a I can't. But you, wow, I'm doing the most. You know what I mean? Like the like where they do the football games and stuff, like the rugby games. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's just gone out of my mind, but it's not relevant. So basically, he goes on the bleachers. Oh my gosh, that took ages. The bleachers, yeah. She's upset with him for some reason. You'll find out in the film. But he goes on the bleachers and he's like, "You're just too good to be true. Can't keep my eyes off of you." In front of like everyone. Like in front of everyone at the school, basically. Out on the field, he's like, "You're just a heaven to touch," and he's like running away from the security while singing. That scene lives rent free in my mind. It's just 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend this one as well. I think I should end it here, to be honest, but because this is going to be a long video if I go through all of them on my list. So I basically couldn't do this video without including this one film. Like, it just had to be included. If not, like, I feel like my friends would kill me, basically. So this is Mean Girls. It was released in 2004 and it's about this girl who comes from South Africa to go to a school in America, and she tries to fit into the new school and everything and adjust to life in America, high school in America, basically, because we all know that's a whole nother level. So she meets these two friends of hers who aren't really that cool. They're considered like losers, and they warn the girl. Why don't I just say her name? Her name is Katie, I think. They warn the girl not to like get close to the plastics. The plastics are like the popular girls at school who are led by Regina George. But things turn ugly when the new girl falls in love with Regina George's ex-lover. She really did that, you know. How brave, how brave. I have to give it up for her, because she comes to a new school, right? Falls in love with the most popular girl's ex-boyfriend. Sis, you do you. Don't be scared of nobody. If you want it, you go get it. That's it. She was like, "I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it." Oh gosh. And this has Lindsay Lohan in it, Amanda Seyfried, or Seyfried, I don't know how to say her name, Lacey Chabert, and Rachel McAdams as well. Listen, Rachel McAdams, yeah, she can do no wrong in my eyes. In my eyes, she can do no wrong. Honestly, I love everything she's in. Apart from, actually, I haven't watched the most recent Eurovision thing that she's done on Netflix or whatever. That's different. Every romance film that she's done, I know hands down that I'm gonna love it. Like, I know for a fact I ain't even got to see what the film is about. I know I'm there. That's it. Guys, check out these films that I've just recommended. I think majority of them people would have seen, but if you haven't seen any of them, let me know which ones you haven't seen and any ones that you want to see. I've got way more recommendations, trust me. I'll probably do a part 2 if you guys like this video. That's it, that's all the recommendations. Please like, comment and subscribe to see more of my videos, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day and I will see you in my next video. That's it from me. Bye.